boarding requested.
Last aircraft called in Bristol ground, readability 1.
Welcome aboard your EasyJet
Passengers
flight.
bus is coming.
To help us get on our way, please take your seats as quickly as you can and leave room in the aisle for others to pass.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
In front of you for small bags. If you have larger bags, please put these in the overhead lockers. If you are sitting in the front row or next to an exit, you must put all your bags in the overhead lockers. Smoking is not allowed at any time. This includes vapes and other e-cigarettes. The crew are in the cabin to help you.
Last aircraft got called Bristol ground, it was readability 1. There was nothing came through, just a beeping sound, long continuous tone.
Passengers boarding starting.
Locking gear.
This way, please. May I see your boarding pass? Hello, good afternoon. Welcome on board. Good afternoon.
Bristol ground, EasyJet Alpha Juliet radio check.
EasyJet 9 Alpha Juliet, Bristol ground, hello, readability 5.
This way, please. Good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon. EasyJet Alpha Juliet, stand 25, 18 Centennial, information Charlie, crossing outside clearance to Edinburgh.
EasyJet 9 Alpha Juliet, cleared Edinburgh, Brecon 1 Zulu departure, squawk 2250, Bristol QNH 1021.
Boarding pass, please.
Cleared Edinburgh, via the Beacon 1 Zulu departure,
Welcome on board.
squawk 2250, QNH 1021, EasyJet 9 Alpha Juliet.
Welcome on board.
EasyJet 9 Alpha Juliet, correct.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to another episode of Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. So apologies if you'll notice on the top left we've got the FPS counter today. That's just so I can monitor some performance just whilst we're having some issues with Flight Sim 2024. We are on the beta edition of the sim. We think we may have fixed some of the stuttering, hopefully not to the same extent we experienced the other day. Unfortunately I've not done a full flight since, so we'll just have to play it by ear and hopefully everything works out as should do. So we're in the Airbus A319 in the EasyJet livery, just getting passengers on board now, as you can probably hear. We'll just shut the door actually. So we're going across to Edinburgh from Bristol today. We have got ATC online at Bristol on the ground. We have flight time of 1 hour and 1 minute, 334 nautical miles, which should leave us 2.7 tons of fuel. So operational flight plan for today's route. So we're climbing to flight level 260. Zero fuel weight are 53.7 tons. Fuel required is just short of 5.1 tons. Departure is runway 09 by the Beacon 1 Zulu standard instrument departure. And our star is the Input 1 Echo arrival into Edinburgh runway 06. Weather seems pretty calm. I think a 4 knot wind at the moment, 080 at 4 knots currently is the wind. Just a bit about the routing. So like I say, Beacon 1 X-ray departure. So initially straight out, left hand turn, climb to 6,000 feet to the Brecon Beacon. And then once we get into Edinburgh, IMPIP flight level 260, InRev flight level 200. We won't probably get to Tartan because we do plan to do the TLA transition, so we'll go along with TLA transition from runway 06. There is tower online currently at Edinburgh. Obviously that could change at any point, but hopefully not. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell for further content. Like I say, hopefully we don't have as many issues today. We're hitting 60 FPS while on the ground, so we do have added scenery here at the moment.
Welcome aboard your EasyJet flight. To help us
So we will have a chat. We've got 134 passengers today.
and leave room in the
Sorry,
bubble
124
for
passengers
others to
today.
pass. There is a space under the seat in
We're
front
still
of
waiting for
you.
fuel to go on board. We've got baggage going on, I think, at the moment. Yep, bags are going on as we speak.
If you are sitting in the front row or next to an exit,
Passenger's bus
you
is
must
coming.
put
But what we'll do is request our departure clearance from Bristol.
Smoking is not allowed at any time. This includes vapes and other e-cigarettes. The crew are in the cabin to help you.
Bristol ground, good afternoon. EasyJet Tango is with you on stand 5, red type Airbus A319. With information Bravo requesting IFR to Edinburgh, please.
EasyJet Tango Bristol ground, good afternoon. Cleared Edinburgh, Brecon 1 Zulu departure, squawk 7570, information Delta now QH 1021.
Information Delta, QNH 1021, squawking 7570, and the Brecon 1 X-ray departure is EasyJet Tango.
Refueling
EasyJet Tango, all correct, except the departure Brecon 1 Zulu, but if you've got the Brecon 1 X-ray, that's fine.
Please don't load aircraft.
Apologies, yeah, Brecon 1 Zulu departure, not X-ray. EasyJet Tango. Wonderful.
EasyJet Tango, correct.
There we go. It's because we was looking at the 1 X-ray on there, I think. I was a little bit sidetracked.
Hello.
So then, we're just waiting for bags and fuel. We'll have a quick walk around the aircraft, just see, make sure everything is all good there. So, GPU's connected, tyres look all okay. Same with the nose gear. We'll have a quick look at the number 1 engine. Nothing obvious with the fan blades. Have a walk around the back. Be nice when we actually can test the oil and all sorts. All static wicks are intact. That all looks absolutely fine. I'll just walk under the belly. Have a quick look in the second engine. Apologies, let me hide Navigraph. There we go. Hopefully now you can see a little bit better.
Is in position. Please don't load aircraft.
So engine number 2 looks fine. Also we've got fuel trucks just arrived. Nothing obvious there. Let's have a quick look at the static wicks. I might have to just go around the other side of the fuel tanker. They're all intact and fine. He's just getting our fuel. We need about 2 tons of fuel.
Bristol ground, easy 59 Alpha Juliet, stand 25, requesting push and start.
EasyJet
Apologies, we've got the Ryanair step, so that just seems to be what GSX has decided to use today.
Push and start approved.
Everything looks fine with it. I'll have a quick look at the gear as well. Tyres look all fine. Chocks are in place. Same with all that here. Outflow valve. Tugs all connected. Pins in place. And what we'll do, we'll go back onto the aircraft and get ourselves set up. We're all set up for the flight. So, sounds like we've got passengers on board. We're just waiting for the fuel to be on board and then we can get ready to depart. So, hopefully we don't have any major issues like we did with the FPS. I don't know, if I'm honest, how I'm getting 60 FPS. So, at the minute, it seems to hold like that. You will notice when we start to depart, it doesn't hold as well stable as 60, to be fair. we are using frame generation. I'll go through the settings quickly if you want. Actually, I'll show you briefly. So we're running 1440p resolution on DLSS Super Resolution mode in the quality setting, and this is the main change that I've made compared to the last video. So AMD FSR3 sharpening is just set at default. That's set at 0. The custom settings, so I actually have the frame rate targeted at 30 and locked at 30. I've reduced the train level of detail to 80 because if I go any higher than 100 it just melts, absolutely melts. So I'm running the 4060 GPU, and it generally is alright, to be honest. I've not had any major issues. On the ground it's absolutely fine. It's just during landing that we seem to be having this issue, which is the most annoying. So volumetric crowds we've got up to high. Texture resolutions on medium. 4 times for that. Water waves low. Most of the things are set fairly low. The main thing I have changed though is the fauna is now switched completely off. That's the main difference, and air traffic's off, and airport quality is off. But that's where we're at. But I'll just quickly show you if that's any help to you. It might not be. So now it's not sitting at a stable 60, and then all of a sudden it will sit at a stable 60 now.
My name is Norman. It's my pleasure to introduce the rest of the crew today. Working with at the front.
That made a huge difference. So I used an app called DLSS Swapper. That's the main difference to actually get everything working. So if you, there's plenty of videos on it. If you just search DLSS Swapper and AMR3, and it seems to, don't ask me how it works, I have no idea how it works, but it seems to work quite nicely. We'll find out on landing if it's fixed it or not. I've got a feeling it's probably not fixed it. So the GPU I've got is only 12 gigabytes, and it's virtually maxing out constantly. When I ran it in Task Manager the other day, it's sitting at like 11 gigabytes quite easily. So fuel is now on board. That's fine. We'll start the APU, and we'll put the seatbelt signs on as well. So then, cockpit preparation checklist. Escape intercom to remove fuel quantities, 4.1 tons. Seatbelts on. It is set to nav. RF 1021. Just wait for the APU to start, and then we'll get clearance to push back from stand. We are on VATSIM.
We're now going to take you through the safety features of this aircraft. Please pay attention to the illuminated signs and crew instructions.
I hope that helps you, Mr. Aviator. It's really difficult to get stable at the minute, so I'm using the beta version as well. I don't know if you caught that in the stream, but I'm running the beta version just to see if it was any better. If it's not, I'm going to just switch back, to be honest, because I've heard that you can get a lot of issues from running the beta version, but that's what I'm running at the moment. So then, AP is available.
You keep it fastened whenever you're in your seat. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen.
Bristol around EasyJet Tango is ready for push and start, stand 5.
Breathe normally. Hold the mask in place with the strap.
EasyJet Tango, stand 5, push and start approved.
Put on your own mask before helping others.
Stand 5, push start approved, EasyJet Tango.
Take a life jacket from
So, before start checklist, back brake is set. Takeoff speeds on thrusts 127, 127, 132, and thrust is 66. Windows closed, the beacon is on.
Inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it doesn't inflate or needs
So we'll just
go into the tube.
so we want nose to the left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Crew can help you with life jackets for children.
Brakes released, you're clear to push.
Commencing push.
Please look at the safety
All
cards on
engines
your
clear.
seat
Start
pocket
at will.
Start sequence to the 1, starting 2.
Safety information specific to this aircraft, such as the brace position and operation of the exits. Please now close your seat table, put the armrest down, open the window blinds, and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you for your attention.
Flaps 1 is set. Starting engine 1.
EasyJet Alpha Juliet, apologies, I did this is facing somewhat south. You may want to talk to your ground crews by that one, otherwise requesting taxi.
EasyJet Alpha Juliet, the agency. Taxi, holding point Golf X-ray, runway 09.
Please set parking brakes.
I'm looking at getting a new GPU in fairness, so we're hoping to get
Holding point Golf X-ray, runway 09.
potentially one of the new AMD ones, the 24 gigabyte
Golf X-ray,
XTX is the
09.
plan, once I can afford it. Just because it's the Nvidia one's extortionate, absolutely extortionate. So, engine 1 is start. Flight controls, full up. Pull down. Neutral. Pull left. Pull right. Neutral, rudder. Pull left. Pull right. Neutral. So, normal, APU off. After start, anti-ice not required, ecom status is check, pitch trim, 0.6 up is set, rudder trim is neutral. Takeoff config. Hello, Gareth. Nice of you to join us. I didn't think you'd be. I thought you'd still be at work, if I'm honest. So, request taxi. Bristol ground. Easy 97 Tango is ready for taxi.
Easy 97 Tango, taxi, holding point Golf X-ray, runway 09, advise Zulu and Golf.
Golf X-ray for 09er via Zulu and Golf. Easy 97 Tango. Text list. Parking brake is released. Ah, you're working from home.
Easy 59 Alpha Juliet, no further ATC, monitor Unicom 122.8, good afternoon.
122.8, Easy 5 Alpha Juliet, thank you very much, goodbye.
Oh. I thought the gear had been unlocked, like, ages ago. God knows what he's playing at. Let's just, No wonder we weren't going anywhere. I didn't even realise we were still connected to the tug.
Disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Dear.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Did think we weren't going anywhere because you don't normally need much thrust to move there. Alright, I'll just wait for the pin. I guess I need to move over this side. There he is. There we go. Right, taxi. Yeah, you were moving finally. Well, that's the test, Gareth. I'm hoping the stuttering's gone. I'm not sure if it's going to go, if I'm completely honest. I did do a little bit of a test flight the other day. I was one of my friends is quite geeky with GPUs and stuff. So I sent him a video with literally like task manager open and everything open, and he feels like it may be actually a sim issue rather than a hardware issue. Granted, my GPU could be a bit better, but it's almost like the game's not optimized well enough. I think that was the general gist of things. But since changing to the different frame generation mode, it does seem a little bit more stable. Granted, I have had to lower some of the settings though. We're running quite a lot on medium, to be honest. Apart from clouds were running quite high. But it's fairly stable. On the ground, it's fairly stable, to be honest. The GPU usage is all over the shop, though. So, taxi checklist, flight controls checked, flap setting, conform plus F, radar, predictive wind shear system on and auto, engine mode selector, ecam memory takeoff is normal and ecam takeoff no blue. So it's a bit hilly at Bristol, so we'll keep the thrust on for the minute. Yeah, get DLSS swapper. That's the key. Make sure you update to the latest version of it as well. But it's fairly. There's loads of videos on it, to be honest, that can explain it a lot better than I can explain it. I'm going a little bit quick, but hopefully this upward hill will.
Easy 97 Tango, no further ATC, minus Unicom 122.8. Good afternoon.
Yeah, Unicom 122.8. Thanks for your help. Easy 97 Tango. Bye. Bristol traffic, easy 97 Tango approaching Golf X-ray, number 2 for departure. Let's get back on the centre line a little bit better.
Bristol traffic, easy 59 Alpha Juliet, departing runway 09, via the Beacon 1, Zulu departure. Bristol traffic.
Right, I think we need to slow ourselves down a touch. So there's no traffic inbound that we can see. Bristol traffic, easy 97 Tango, line up runway 09. It should still work, because it's an AMD thing. So I think it's more related to CPU, I believe. If I'm honest, Gareth, I'm not 100% sure. It's worth having a look at though. If it gets things a little bit more stable. Jesus, it's very hilly up here. So hilly. So, line up checklist, take a runway confirm 09. TCAS, TAORA, packs 1 and 2 both off. Oh my lord. Landing lights on.
Bristol traffic, easy 5 and Alpha Juliet, clear of runway. Bristol traffic.
So we're just going to hold position here, just give it wait till it gets to around 5 miles. Brake set. So we'll see what Bristol's like. I've not flown from here in ages, to be honest. It's a nightmare to land at this airport though, because of the hilliness of it. It's right on the top of a hill, which makes it quite often quite windy as well. So we'll just wait for him to get to 5 miles, which he's about at. Bristol traffic, easy 97 Tango, departing runway 09. So, take off. No idea why auto throttle's not working. We'll have a look at that in a minute. AP1. Rotate.
Don't sink.
Shush. Positive, climb gear up. Nav. I guess working now. Just climb. Backs 1 and 2 both on. Flap 0. Oh, this new stick, Gareth, is amazing. It honestly is amazing. I absolutely love it. If anyone has the Thrustmaster stick, get rid of it and get the wind wing any day of the week. It feels so nice. It's just so sensitive as well. Like, I'm barely moving it, but it's very accurate with it. So, AP1.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is switched on. We suggest you keep it fastened
There's Bristol.
during your seats. Be careful when you open the lockers, as items may have moved. There are toilets at both ends of the aircraft and they all have smoke detectors. Smoking is not allowed at any time. This includes vapes and other e-cigarettes.
Yeah, so apologies guys that we've got the FPS counter in the corner. Been trying not to have it there, but it's just useful to see at the minute, just while things are a little bit unstable. Just to see how things go. Oh, that's good. It's not that obvious. Obviously, for my screen, it's quite obvious, but I think because it's made quite a bit smaller, it's not quite as bad. God, it's a bit grey. Standard is set. So, Brecken's just ahead 30 miles. Bristol traffic EasyJet Tango, direct X-Bum and climbing flight level 260. So, direct X-Bum. Insert that bad boy. That'll keep us out of the way of the other traffic. And 260 and climb. We'll see a bit more now. A bit breezy there. Yeah, I think Edinburgh will be the test, to be honest. Yeah, I agree with you there. That's the thing, it is constantly at 60. And it will be until we're like... what's going on? Ah, so the other aircraft that's in front of us, he's just sent me a message on VATSIM. He's also flying to the same place. There we go, we're out of the clouds. Yeah, so I think it'll be interesting to see what Edinburgh's like now I've made the change. It could still be the same. So I did some circuits the other day after making this change, and it seemed a little bit better. Well, a hell of a lot better compared to that last video that we did. But yeah, it was a lot better, to be quite honest. These clouds still look amazing though. Absolutely amazing. So as far as I know, we still have ATC at Edinburgh. Let's have a quick gander. Yeah, we still got Tower and Ground online, so it's a bonus. Yeah, clouds are a lot better. Like, there's still a lot of people still pay for Active Sky. No, so Gareth, I didn't do it with VATSIM, if I'm honest. We just flew. I did have Streamlabs open though, just to see if, and I recorded it through Streamlabs to see if that was a big impact, but it didn't seem to make much difference, if I'm honest. Whether streaming makes a difference, I don't really know. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. But on the circuits, it didn't seem as bad. Nowhere near as laggy as it was the other day. It was a little bit stuttery at about 10 feet, but only for like a split second. Nothing that really would have made a huge difference to the landing. Whereas like the other day, well, I don't really know what happened the other day. But it was. I'm more amazed that I managed to keep it on the runway the other day, to be honest. Oh wait, let's release the cabin. So landing lights are off and seatbelts are off as well. Yeah, I agree. It's not as stuttery, is it? The sounds aren't as stuttery either. Whereas, like you say, the other day it was really, really stuttery. Thanks for the subscribe, Steve. I presume you're in the channel. Hi Adam, how are we doing, buddy? So the Adam that's just popped on the chat, he's actually the aircraft that's in front of me. So there we go. We're just talking about this, Adam. Like, have you experienced any stutters on landing at Edinburgh? So I did a video the other day and it was horrendous. I was more impressed that I managed to keep it on the runway rather than anywhere near the touchdown zone. But we've made some changes to settings, so hopefully it's a little bit more stable today. Ah, fair enough. So I do run, I've got, I'm trying to think who it's made by actually for Edinburgh. It's through Contrail that it's bought through anyway. And it's never really been that stuttery before, never ever. Are you running the beta, Adam, or are you just running the normal 2024 version? Or are you on 2020, to be fair? You could be on 2020. Okay. So I upgraded to the beta the other day just to see if that would made any major difference, but it's interesting you say that though. So what GPU do you run, Adam? Do you run... So I run the 4060, the NVIDIA 4060. It could be a hardware issue, to be honest. Like, that GPU is like 2 years old now, so it still runs perfectly fine, as you can see everywhere else, but for some days it's it seems to be when I do longer flights as well, it seems to be worse. But to be honest, it was myself and Gareth the other day that were flying, and we were only flying from so interesting. Yeah, so you got an AMD card. That's interesting, that. So that is something that I'm considering doing, is upgrading to... Let me have a look to see which one it is. So the 7800... No, it wasn't 7800 XTX. What was it? 7900 XTX, I think it was. That's what I was considering using. Yeah, that was it. It was Oslo to Edinburgh, wasn't it? I know, it seemed to take you forever to get on the ground, didn't it? So, I'm pretty sure I didn't really see everything, to be fair, Gareth, but did they... So they kept you in that holding pattern, then got you on the ILS, but then when you got to the ILS there was still an aircraft taking off on the runway and then you had to do a go-around, is that right? We'll probably be doing a video similar time tomorrow as well, if you're interested, Gareth. Obviously I don't know if you're working from home that day, but I didn't think I'd get much done today, if I'm honest. I've washed my car though, most importantly I've washed my car. So we're approaching cruise level. I don't think we've got any sectors online at the minute. No, no sectors. Scottish Control was online earlier, to be fair, but it's not anymore. Yeah, that's what mine was like, to be honest. Yeah, it was a... Oh, fair enough. You might just have to catch up then, Gareth. But I'm pretty sure I'll do another one tomorrow. I've got a few things to do tomorrow. Like I say, I go away this weekend for... I'm back on Monday though. Oh, is it? Oh, cool stuff, Adam. You'll be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Edinburgh's a lovely flight to do if it's like your first flight, to be honest. It's not a bad little flight, to be honest with you. The controllers are usually really nice as well. I would certainly suggest going to Norway though. The Norwegian controllers, which Gareth will agree on, they are absolutely amazing. Don't get stressed, they're nice and chilled, just what you want if you're still learning things. But yeah, most controllers, to be fair, are fairly patient. The only time I sometimes find that things get a little bit heated, should we say, is sometimes when London Control's online and the sector's really, really busy. But 9 times out of 10, people get frustrated because either people don't listen, or they either don't listen to the instructions, or they just answer the keyboard and just don't answer them. So I think that's generally why most controllers get frustrated. And most of them, if you make a genuine mistake, they're not bothered. At the end of the day, it's a game, so... But no, VATSIM is epic. Once you get on VATSIM, it's very hard not to do flights on VATSIM. And to be honest, I don't do any flights that aren't on VATSIM these days. Unless you have a huge stutter like we did the other day and I disconnected from the network because I was still on the runway and struggling to get off the runway. But there we go. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, going down to Edinburgh, it's quite a nice little flight. 'Cause it's only about an hour flight time. I love flying within the UK, to be honest. It's quite nice. Oh, is that someone's... I'm intrigued to see now. Ah, I can see your contrails. So this is Adam's contrails that are in front of me there. As you can see, he's still ahead of me. How far are we? Oh, only 4 miles. But obviously you're a little bit higher than me, so... Excuse me. That's amazing, isn't it? It's quite rare that you see them from other traffic. Especially that you follow it. There you go. I don't know if the weather makes a difference, depending on what the weather is like, depends on how visible they are. But hopefully no traffic deconfliction required. So, our routing towards Edinburgh. Let me just have a quick gander. Oh, even better. Edinburgh radar is now online. There we go. That'll be alright then. So, my routing from Esto, I'm going to be going direct to Tala. I'm not going to hold at Tartan, I don't think. Presuming we're at that right flight level. Yeah, we'll go Tala, transition, and then runway 06. I'm really looking forward to the new Inibuild Scatwick as well. I saw a video on that yesterday from EasyJet SimPilot. I know Gareth certainly watched it as well. It looks quite good, to be fair. It's not, if I'm honest, it's not massively different compared to the freeware one, but I think it will probably be a bit more stable. So yeah, we'll see what it's like. I'd imagine it'll be alright. The inbuilt scenery is actually very good. Sometimes they're just not very well optimised, that's the only thing. Yeah, I agree, Gareth. It does look quite similar to the freeware one. I think it will look a little bit better maybe when it's actually fully released, but I didn't think it looked hugely different. Maybe the lighting will look a bit better. The buildings will probably be a little bit more accurate. Because the thing is, a lot of the scenery, although it's just for Gatwick, the scenery surrounding Gatwick, quite often they add into it as well. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed me flying to Innsbruck. They also do like the sort of 5-mile scenery around it. And it makes it look quite nice. There you go, we're both on the turn now. These contrails look amazing though. I've not seen this sort of thing before. I've never really followed someone that closely though. So welcome to the channel. We've got a few of you on actually today, surprisingly. It's quite surprising that, what, 3:30 in the afternoon, that we've got as many people as we do, really. So we'll see how things progress with this flight. I'm hoping it is a lot more stable, but the fact we're sitting at 60 FPS though is quite good. But I think as soon as we start descending and get quite close to the ground, that's when it's going to drop off. But yeah, we'll definitely try the Innerworlds scenery and see what it's like. We'll just do a video just taxiing around and having a look at it and see what it's like. So how's your day at work been today then, Gareth? Has it been alright or has it been pretty boring? I guess it's not that interesting because you probably won't be watching me. At least you get to work from home though. They're saying that. I think if I work from home I'd get a bit bored, if I'm honest. I'm in the background. I'm in the background, but you're probably watching me more than the work you're doing. Really? See, I thought you'd get more work done whilst you're in the office rather than at home. I guess it depends how committed you are. But I suppose then you haven't got to travel and... yeah, I don't know. I can see both sides to it, to be honest. Ah, fair enough. Fair dues. You're making good progress away from me, Adam, to be fair. I don't know what speed you're doing, but what am I? Mach 0.71, but we could increase speed actually a little bit. Let's go to 300.73. But at least we've got Gatwick radar online now, so that's always a not Gatwick radar, Edinburgh radar. That's always a bonus. We probably need to actually have a look at doing our... Where are we flying? Where are we at the minute? So not actually a million miles off our halfway point, really. Ah, fair enough. I've just increased to 300 as well, so that'll be alright. You're about, I don't know, 7.5 miles away. It'll be okay. That'll be absolutely fine for what we need, really. You should be a little bit more efficient anyway, because I think let's have a look at the optimal. What's the optimal flight level? 300's optimal. 380. So you being a little bit higher is probably going to be a little bit better anyway. Right, so let's start having a look at the landing performance. Oh no, it's ATSU menu. For some reason I've got a A-class printer, but it's playing up today. I'm not too sure why. It's all connected, but it doesn't want to print anything, but it's no major issue. So, oh no. Sorry, I'm at the wrong airport there. EGPH arrival, send. ATIS. So, Edinburgh information, Delta, time 14:20, runway 06, transition level 70. 050 at 10 knots, Cavaco 14 degrees, QNH 1023. So, what I'll do briefly, just because it's just, I've not got a bit of pen and paper handy, which is not ideal. So, what we'll do is we'll just, I'm just going to type some of these in. So, we'll go to the performance approach menu, 1023 for QNH. Temperature is 14 degrees, the same as it was in Bristol. Wind 050 at 10 knots. Transition level 70, so 070. Wonderful. Right. So that gives us an approach speed of 126 and landing speed of 121. Our minimums be 310 barrow. That's that all done. And information Delta's current. So there we go. Now we're looking out here anyway. So it looks like we're sort of over Liverpool area, is what I'd guess. Yeah, so that's Wallasey over to the left there. Yeah, we're literally flying directly over Liverpool. This is Liverpool just underneath us. Probably be able to see the airport, in fairness. It's just behind this cloud at the minute, I think. Let's have a look. See if we can pick it out. So pretty much with radar, it's very similar to speak to tower. The only difference is, so obviously you'll normally, if there was nothing online, you'd just fly your normal sort of flight path for the airport. So the difference with that, so with radar, is once you go into their controlled airspace, which normally from Tala roughly is where, or Tartan is where you would enter their airspace from. If you have Navigraph, enable the VATSIM thing and it shows you exactly what area is available. So I'll show you on my one here, look. So this is exactly this is the controlled area, this in green. This is obviously us down in this direction and yourself just in front. So yeah, so once we get to around this point here, we'll probably go over to the radar frequency, which we can see, whatever that is, 121205. So they will then give you specific directions. So it may be that they say if there's a lot of aircraft in the vicinity, like there was when myself and Gareth were there the other day. So Gareth, we came from the north, but you could end up potentially holding at Tartan and going in the hold procedure at Tartan, or at Taller even. So typically, they will give you radar vectors for the ILS. Generally speaking, that's what they tend to do. So they'll say that you need to be at a certain heading and a certain altitude, and they'll just keep giving you different instructions, and basically they'll guide you onto the ILS. Once they say that you are cleared for the ILS approach, that point is when you can then enable AP1, AP2 and the approach mode as well. So only once they've approved your approach can you then enable that approach, but normally they tell you quite well in advance. Same with, but until that point, so what you need to just be careful is make sure you're at the right altitude for the chart. So if we look here, once we get to IMPIP, we should be at flight level 260. Oh, you can't see that. You can't quite see it. But anyway, in rev then. So you should be at flight level 200. Then you have a speed restriction of 250. The chart says that you should be at flight level 70 by Tartan. So what I would probably try to achieve, if we move to the next chart, so at Taller, is try and be at 7,000 for Taller, and then basically you follow all these altitudes down, as you would do normally, and then the interception point for the ILS is 4,000 feet, which you can see there. But you'll probably, they're quite specific instructions though, so I won't worry about it. They'll just tell you what you need to know, really. So that's about it, really, with that. Right, anyway, let's jump back in the cockpit, make sure everything's okay there. Probably should enable the radar, to be honest. So I hope that helped you, Adam. Like, it's difficult to kind of talk you through it until you experience it, but it will make a lot more sense once you're in there. So hopefully that made a little bit more sense to you. And yeah, if you're looking at buying a new flight stick, definitely the Wing. And to be fair, the ProDesk Sim throttles for the, if you have the Honeycomb Bravo, I would highly recommend them. Though I would have a look at Flight Sim Factory as well, because I've got a feeling they dispatch a little bit quicker. That was the only downside to these, is how long it took to come. It took nearly 2 months for these to come, which was not ideal. So we're in arrival. So about 10 miles difference between us now, Adam. So it's saying at IMPIP is basically the point that I need to start my descent. So how do you get from Tartan to TLA? So typically what will happen, if you're at a decent altitude, there's no reason why you need to go to Tartan. Especially if this area is not controlled. What I would suggest doing is from Esto, go direct to TLA. So how we do that, to be fair, I can do that. So what we'll do is we'll move down to the MCDU. I've got the Wing MCDU, so what we do, we'll find down where Esto and Tartan is, and all we can do is literally click clear and press Tartan, and that will now automatically remove that. Obviously it's going to leave a discontinuity there, but then what you can do is click clear, get rid of the discontinuity, and if we look up here, so if I go to plan, so at the minute that is the current route on the green, and the dotted line is what the planned route's going to be. So if I now insert that, that's now going to put a straight line into there. So hopefully that's reasonably helpful for you. Yeah, it's worth doing, to be honest, especially if there's no control. Obviously, if Scottish Control was online, having said that, 9 times out of 10 they'll take you that direction anyway. The only time you'll go to Tartan really is if there's lots of traffic and they need to put you in a holding pattern like they did with Gareth the other day, which did not sound very fun, Gareth. But I'm quite amazed at the amount of people. There's more people on today than there has been for quite a while. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the main thing. Yeah, if you need to lose some height, that's when pretty much when you want to be at Tartan. So I'm guessing you've already started your descent, have you? Looking at things, you've started your descent anyway, because I can see. Yeah, I can imagine it was a good test. It would have been a good test for me, Gareth, to be honest, because very, very rare you get held in holding patterns. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, say there's about 10 miles. To be fair, I can just get managed and we'll drop back a little bit, give us a bit of separation there. One thing I would do is get pre-tuned the radar frequency. So 121205. So we'll get that all tuned in now. There we go, 121205 is ready. So it may be that they'll get us in at a slightly different distance anyway. We'll see how things go. Yeah, exactly. I'm the same. So when we start our descent, so as soon as I switch over frequencies, what I will do is I'll immediately then set the tower frequency, and then as soon as we go to tower, I'll immediately set the ground frequency, just so there's no delay between. Well, especially after landing, obviously there's quite a lot to do immediately after landing, like retracting your flaps, your spoilers, your predictive wind shear system, and all that sort of stuff. So there's quite a few bits to do, and I tend to start the APU after landing anyway, just so we don't run out of power really. Need to do some more single engine taxis though. I must admit, I've not done many single engine taxis. That tends to be at bigger airports, which I tend to avoid most of the bigger airports, apart from Gatwick and Manchester. Manchester is always a bit of a pain though. I don't know what you think to it, Gareth, but I always think it's a bit of a pain in the arse. It seems if you set your departure time for, say, 3 o'clock, it's more likely 3:30 the time you actually get out. Yeah, it's not too bad if there's if they're using dual runway operations. It's not too bad. It's when it's single runway operation that it gets a bit hectic. What always confuses me is you go over to the tower frequency, but then there's 2 tower frequencies because you have the one for the north and one for the incoming traffic. That's always good fun. The only thing I would say with Navigraph, not always do the ATC areas show up either, so just keep a good eye out for frequencies coming online with VATSIM as well. Yeah, no worries, Gareth. So we'll be on the ground, mate, about 20 past 3. Well, say 20 past 3, 20 past 4, sorry. But, so chances are you can sit back and watch it when you come back. But thanks for joining us anyway, it's much appreciated, mate. I'm surprised you even noticed that I'd done it, because I only set it up about an hour or so before. Ah, did you? That's interesting to know, because quite often I don't tend to put anything. I might do, Gareth, to be fair. I'll probably do it as just one stream, but I might set another stream up for the return. Well, depends what the time is. What is it? 20 past 4. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. We'll see if I have time. I've got till about 7 o'clock, so we'll also need to make dinner as well. So. And obviously, like I said, I'm going away tomorrow, so not tomorrow, Saturday. So I've got plenty to be getting on with. But I might do, Gareth. I'll let you know if I do. I'll drop you a message, mate. But I'll definitely be doing one tomorrow, similar sort of time, I would imagine. So we're 7.5 miles away from each other, Adam. Oh, we've got a new 80s, have we? So let's have a look at that bad boy then.
Edinburgh radar, good afternoon. 198 after pass.
Unicom.
Yeah, you're on Unicom. You probably don't need to be on Edinburgh radar yet unless they've contacted you themselves, but... Oh, we've got a 9-minute delay. I'll sort that in a minute. So, Edinburgh information, Delta is currents, 1420 runway 06. So 060 at... the only difference really is 060. The wind's changed slightly. It's gone round by 10 degrees. Yeah, we need to be starting our descent really. Ah, so we're over the Edinburgh radar now. Edinburgh radar, good evening. Easy 97 Tango is with you, descending to flight level 200.
97 Tango, Edinburgh, hello. For the aircraft type and passing flight level.
Aircraft type A319 and passing 24,700 feet.
Easy 97 Tango, roger. Information Delta, current. Expect vectors, Alice approach runway 24. Descend now, flight level 200, and reduce speed 250 knots.
Expected vectors, descending flight level 200 and reducing speed back 250 knots, CC 97 Tango. So yeah, we're going vectors. It sounded... Speed's coming back quite nicely, to be fair. What we'll do, we're going to bring a touch on... So we need to have a look as well to see
Edinburgh
what...
radar, good afternoon. ED59 Alpha Juliet at flight level 200.
ED59 Alpha Juliet, Edinburgh, hello. For the aircraft type.
A320 Neo, EC59 Alpha Juliet.
ED59 Alpha Juliet, thank you. Information Delta, current. Expect vectors, Alpha approach runway 24. Descend now, flight level 130. Speed 250 knots.
Repeat that again for me, please.
Expect vectors Alice approach runway 24, descend at flight level 130 and speed 250 knots.
Expect ILS 24, heading to, no, sorry, repeat that again.
D5 Alpha Juliet, descend flight level 130, reduce speed 250 knots.
Descend flight level 130, decrease to 250 knots. Easy 5 Alpha Juliet, apologies.
No worries, break DC 198 Papa, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1023.
6,000 feet on QNH 1023, easy 198 Papa.
At least we've got some decent ATC online today.
198 Papa, leaves Tartan, heading 020 degrees.
Leave Tartan at 020 degrees, easy 198 Papa.
The only problem is now they took over control is we might just need to tell them that we've inputted direct Tala. I might just ask them.
97 single descent flight level 190.
It's only 190, he's a nice little tango.
Ryanair 23 Papa with to 4,000.
Ah, don't worry, Donovan's fine.
Ryanair 23 Papa, Edinburgh, you're breaking up, say again.
Ryanair 23 Papa with you at 4,000.
Ryanair 23 Papa, roger, climb now, flight level 140.
140, Ryanair 23 Papa.
D5 Niner Alpha Juliet, descent flight level 100.
Flight level 100, D5 on Alpha Juliet.
On Edinburgh radar, he's in on some Tango. Just to advise, we had inputted direct Tala for our arrival. Is that okay, or do you want us to go via Tartan?
97 Tango, your next turn in Tartan, route direct Tartan.
No, it was route direct Tartan, he's in on Tango, apologies.
D5 Niner Alpha Juliet, not sure where you're going there. Fly heading 350 degrees.
350 degrees, easy 5 on Alpha Juliet.
That's my bad, Adam, sorry about that. So direct Tartan at the minute.
Brave 15 Echo Romeo, Edinburgh, very good afternoon. Climb now, flight level 140.
Climb level 140, Brave 15 Echo Romeo.
ED 198 Papa, you have 3 miles to touchdown, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend 4,000 feet, easy 198 Papa.
Yeah, apologies Adam, I did...
Tango, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70 is a 97 Tango. Yeah, apologies.
ED 59 Alpha Juliet, descend flight level 80.
Flight level 80, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Yeah, apologies Adam, I did stitch you up a little bit there. 9 times out of 10 that is what happens. It's very, very rare that we'll go to Tartan, but maybe today's the day. I fly up to Edinburgh quite a lot and it's quite rare that you end up being at Tartan, but you never know. It's not a big issue though because you can just compute it. That's why I thought I'd just ask him.
Right, 23 Papa, I'm sure you level at 6,000 feet. Climb now, flight level 140. Right, 23 Papa, climb now, flight level 140.
Climb 140.
You need to check your PTT button because you're pressing it for half a second and not hearing your transmission. Climb now, flight level 140.
Ooh. I take back what I said.
Sorry.
Easy 59 Alpha Juliet, speed 220 knots.
220, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Ryanair 23 Papa, good now.
That's much better, thanks. Easy 97 Tango, descend to altitude 6,000 feet to QNH 1023.
That is 6,000, good, it's 1023, it's 97 Tango.
Brave 15 Echo Romeo, you can route direct. In bus, India, November, Bravo, Alpha, Sierra.
Thanks very much, direct and bus, B515 Echo now.
Runner 23 Papa, no further ATC, Unicom 122 decimal 8, bye-bye. B515 Echo Romeo, same for you, no further ATC, I'm afraid, Unicom 122 decimal 8, 3 or 5.
Off to Unicom 122, thanks, B515 Echo Romeo, bye.
So we've tuned in tower frequency 118705, ready? I'm going to try and reduce our speed a touch. It should be, according to the plan. 230.
44 Mike Tango, Edinburgh, hello, stop climb altitude 6,000 feet, I'll get you higher shortly. Easy 198 Papa, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, easy 198 Papa.
United 7 Tango, turn left heading 350 degrees.
Left 350, easy 97 Tango. 350 set.
Easy 18 Papa, my apologies. For traffic, turn right, that's right heading 110 degrees.
Right, 110 degrees, you're now 198 Papa.
Say where to go, Steve, it's pretty good. It's a bit nerve wracking to start with.
7 Tango, speed 220 knots.
220 knots, easy 97 Tango.
Easy 59 Alpha Juliet, turn left heading 200.
Left heading 200, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Easy 44 Mike Tango, climb now, flight level 140.
It sounds quite scary, but it's not really. It's just lots of practice, really. I still make mistakes, as you'd seen a few minutes ago. So Edinburgh is pretty much straight ahead of us. It just...
59 Alpha Juliet.
So seatbelt signs on.
Apologies. Expect vectors for an Alice approach from rate 06.
Expect vectors for runway 06, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Easy 97 Tango, same for you. Expect vectors, Alice approach from rate 06.
Expect vector 06, easy 97 Tango.
Easy 198 Papa, same for you. Expect vectors, Alice approach from rate 06.
Vectors are 06, no worries, easy 198 Papa.
Sorry, scatterbrain today. Easy 59 Alpha Juliet, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1023.
4,000 feet, QNH 1023, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Good evening, Edinburgh radar, Turkish 9 Kilo Echo, passing 4,000, climbing 6,000.
Turkish 9 Kilo Echo, radar, good afternoon. Climb now, flight level 70.
Climb flight level 70, Turkish 9 Kilo Echo.
E198 Papa, keep that right turn going, heading 220 degrees. 220 degrees.
Right, 320 degrees is that, easy 198 Papa.
Easy 97 Tango, turn left heading 245.
Left 245, easy 97 Tango.
You can no longer use the toilet. Please look at the safety card in your seat pockets. It contains important safety information. In an emergency,
Flaps one.
all bags on board. At EasyJet, we're committed to reducing our environmental impacts. We'll be asking you to place recyclable waste in a
59 Alpha Juliet, not sure where you're going at altitude 260. You're flying flight level heading 200. Turn right heading 270 degrees.
Right, 260, 59 Alpha Juliet.
270.
270.
Apologies, 270, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Easy 198 Papa, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220, we're already there, easy 198 Papa.
Easy 44 Mike Tango, route direct IPSAD. Turkish 9 Kilo Echo, climb flight level 110.
Climb flight level 110, Turkish 9 Kilo Echo.
Easy 59 Alpha Juliet, speed 180 knots.
10,000 feet, landing lights on.
80, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Easy 44 Mike Tango, no further ATC, Unicom 122 decimal 8, bye-bye.
Unicom 122 decimal 8.
Easy 198 Papa, not sure where you're heading there. Turn left heading 240 degrees.
We got the instruction for 320 degrees, but maybe that was misunderstood. So what was the heading?
Left 240 degrees.
240, he's 198.
Easy 59 Alpha Juliet, turn right heading 320 degrees.
Right, 320 degrees, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Easy 97 Tango, descend to altitude 5,000 feet.
75,000 Easy 97 Tango. So, the airport should be just to the right there, but...
Niner 7 Tango, speed 180 knots.
Fly there. Lovely, thanks.
Easy 97 Tango, speed 180 knots.
Reduce speed 180, Easy 97 Tango. 180 sets.
British 9 Kilo Echo, climb flight level 140.
Spoilers.
Climb flight level 140, Turkish 9 Kilo.
Easy 59 Alpha Juliet, turn right heading 030 degrees, clear to us, approach runway 06.
Right, 030, cleared approach 06. 59 Alpha Juliet.
97 Tango, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
4,000 Easy 97 Tango. Laps 2.
British 9 Kilo Echo, no further ATC, Unicom 122 display, bye-bye.
Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
So we'll get another right turn in a second, hopefully. A bit of luck. I just had someone comment on one of my pictures basically saying that I need to get a better PC or lower my graphics settings. It's not Microsoft's fault. Well, I think it is Microsoft's fault for some of this, to be honest. I don't think it is purely my PC because, as you can see, I can run at 60 frames per second quite happily. Granted, I do think we need a little bit more spare RAM though.
You found out Alpha Juliet, you aware how to fly Atlas approach?
Negative from here, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Right, left heading 030 degrees, you need to intercept the localizer ILS 06.
Left 030 degrees, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Just to confirm, are you able to intercept the localizer 06?
Positive 59 Alpha Juliet.
Did you find out Alpha Juliet, you have the runway in sight?
Runway in sight, 59 Alpha Juliet.
Did you find out Alpha Juliet, cleared visual approach runway 06?
Visual approach runway 06, 59 Alpha Juliet.
EC97 Tango, turn right heading 310 degrees.
Right, 310 Easy 97 Tango. 310. Well, this is the strangest approach I've done, to be honest, for a while. So, approach checklist, Spar Ref 1023, seatbelt on, minimums are 310, Barrow, auto brake medium,
Alpha Juliet,
engine mode sector should be normal.
705, bye-bye.
Tower 18705, 59 Alpha Juliet, thank you.
D97 Tango, turn right heading 030 degrees, cleared off approach runway 06.
Right, 030 and cleared ILS 06, Easy 97 Tango. Right, 030 degrees, enable approach, AP1, AP2. So there's one aircraft just landed. We're trying to vacate to Charlie 1 with the plan.
Keep 198 Papa, turn right heading 260 degrees. Easy 198 Papa, turn right heading 270 degrees.
270 degrees is 198 Papa.
So we'll see how it performs on landing. Now I've turned some of the settings down, hopefully it'll be a little bit better. Okay, I've not got the field in. Oh, I've just about got the field in sight. So glide slope's coming in now. Well, not glide slope, localizer's coming in now.
Easy 198 Papa, speed 180 knots.
180, 198 Papa.
Easy 155 just departed 06.
Easy 155 Nutter and radar, roger, report your passing altitude.
We are currently passing 2,200 feet and climbing.
Easy 155 Nutter, climb now, flight level 140.
Climb now 140.
Easy 97 Tango, when established, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
Easy 97 Tango, we are established and reducing speed 116 to 4, Easy 97 Tango. So, not quite got the field in sight. Oh, just vaguely got it in sight. That's the problem now, the settings have been downgraded a little bit. I'm probably not going to have to see as far, but be okay. So, the glide slope's now coming in. So, approach mode is activated. So we got about 10 miles, well, about just 13 miles roughly. Once we get to around 10 miles, we'll be over to power frequency 118705. Then we need to tune ground 121755 as well. It's quite busy at Edinburgh today. Quite a few aircraft about. So, glide slope star.
E198 Papa, turn right heading 030 degrees, cleared off approach runway 06.
Right, 030 degrees, cleared ILS runway 06, easy 198 Papa.
Easy 155 Niner, you know where you're going?
Easy 1559, kind of. This is my first time flying from Edinburgh, so.
Yeah, but that's not really an excuse. Turn left heading 260 degrees.
Oh, ho, ho.
Turn left 260.
It's a bit mean, isn't it?
Easy 907 Tango, contact Edinburgh Tower now 118.705. Bye-bye.
Over to tower 118705, Easy 97 Tango. Thanks, bye. Edinburgh Tower, Easy 97 Tango is on the ILS 06, passing 3,200.
Easy 907 Tango, thank you. Continue your approach. Your shuttle has become number 1.
2,500.
Continue approach, Easy 97 Tango. Get down. 121.755. Should be ready. Yeah, 121.755. Wonderful. Get down. Flaps 3. Flaps 4.
2,000.
Checked. Landing checklist. Go around. Altitude 3,000 is set. Cabin crew advised. Eco memo. Landing no blue. So we'll just wait a couple more minutes till we can reduce to minimum approach speed. Well done, Adam. It sounds like you're on the ground. I've just seen you turning off. So we'll see how drastic today's is.
And Edinburgh Tower, very good afternoon, EasyJet, Mike Foxtrot, continuing down Alpha to hold Alpha.
Last station, call side only.
2 EasyJet, Mike Foxtrot.
Reducing minimum approach speed.
1000.
Checked.
Easy 907 Tango, clear to land, runway 06, surface wind 060 degrees 10 knots.
Clear land 06, easy 97 Tango. Manual flight.
Easy 59 Alpha Juliet, contact ground 121.755, bye bye.
121.755. Easy 59 Alpha Juliet, thank you very much.
Easy 28 Mike Foxtrot, good afternoon, hold Alpha 1.
Okay, we'll hold Alpha 1, EasyJet, Mike Foxtrot.
Tower, good afternoon. Easy 198 Papa, 13 miles out of fully established 6.
Easy 198 Papa, good afternoon, continue approach.
Continue.
Easy 907 Tango, clear to land, runway 06.
Clear land 06, easy 97 Tango.
Easy 28 Mike Foxtrot, behind the landing company A319 on a very short final via Alpha 1, runway 06, slide up and wait behind.
I love this controller, he's always online.
Line up runway 06 after the company C19 lands, runway 06 behind, EasyJet, Mike Foxtrot.
A little bit off the centre line.
500. 400.
Land.
300. 100 above. 200. Minimum.
Continue.
Edinburgh 7, very good evening. John, Channel 67, Papa, taxiing towards Alpha 1 in sequence.
Channel 67 Papa, good afternoon, Dave. Hold Alpha 1 in sequence.
Hold Alpha 1 in sequence, 67, Papa.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Drive.
Ground spoilers. Reverse is green. Decel. Manual braking. 60 knots. Spoilers retract, flaps retract. Taxi lights on. APU. So, slow ourselves down a bit.
Easy 401, good afternoon, hold Alpha 1.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is switched
Easy 97 Tango vacating right, Charlie 1.
Electronic devices.
Easy 97 Tango, thank you. Hold short Alpha, contact ground 121.755, bye bye.
Hold at Alpha and then 121.755, Easy 97, thanks, bye.
Easy 28 Mike Foxtrot, surface wind 060 degrees 10 knots, runway 06, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 06, EasyJet, Mike Foxtrot.
Again soon.
So just hold position here. Just move across. After land, check if radar predicted which system is off after landing complete.
Blue Max 9751, request to push and start.
Blue Max 9461, stand 24, start through station north.
Push and start approved, face north, Blue Max 9451.
Edinburgh ground, good afternoon. Easy 97 Tango is with you, holding at Charlie 1.
Easy 97 Tango, after the Transavia Boeing 737 passed in front of you from right to left. Taxi stand 1 Bravo via Alpha and Echo.
Taxi stand 1 Bravo, Alpha Echo after the Transavia aircraft is gone past us, Easy 97 Tango. So, pocket release, Alpha.
Transavia 73
Okay.
Golf. Contact tower now, 118.705.
Oh, 8705, thank
Just
you, bye-bye.
select 1 Bravo.
Nordic 4464, ready for taxi.
Nordic 4664. Taxi Alpha 1 from 06 via Foxtrot Echo and Alpha.
Foxtrot Echo Alpha to hold point Alpha 1, Nordic 4464.
So chances are we may have to hold position. I'm sure he said Alpha Echo, not Alpha Foxtrot. See how we go.
Nordic 4464. Change of plans. Hold short Foxtrot 2.
Ah, he's just realised.
Hold short Foxtrot 2, Nordic 4464.
So next left onto Alpha Echo. So thrust to idle. Let's break it down a touch. So left is clear.
Nordic 4464. Continue taxi to Alpha 1 now via Echo and Alpha.
So it's right down the bottom we're going.
Continue taxi to Holy Point Alpha 1 via Echo and Alpha for Nordic 4464.
You're absolutely fine, Adam. Don't worry about it, mate. It's partly my bad as well. That controller is definitely not following the usual procedures that they normally follow, though. 100%. I've not come across that controller before, to be fair, but either way, you're back on the ground, nice and safe, and it wasn't that bad, trust me. I've heard a lot worse. We all have flights like that where things just don't go right. So, 1 Bravo, we're
Good
after.
afternoon, he's 198 Papa Hun short of Alpha.
Easy 198 Papa, taxi stand 10 via Alpha and Foxtrot.
Alpha Foxtrot stand 10, thank you very much, he's 198 Papa.
Nordic 4464. Contact Edinburgh radar 121.205.
Contact Edinburgh radar 121.205, Nordic 4464.
Ground is 200 Juliet, ready to push.
Easy 29 Juliet, stand 1, start approved.
Push start approved, 200 Juliet.
Accept. He's really not happy with that, is he? Engine 1 and 2 off.
Blue Max 9451, request taxi.
Blue Max 9451, taxi Alpha 1 from the 06 via Golf Lumen Alpha.
The boarding requested.
Taxi holding point Alpha 1 runway 06 via Golf Lima Alpha, speed correction, Blue Max 9451.
Passengers bus is coming.
Parking checklist, brakes or chocks. Chocks are set. Engines off. Wing lights off. Fuel pumps are also off. That's parking checklist complete. So guys, thank you very much for joining us on this short flight. It wasn't a bad landing. It did stutter still a little bit, so it's clearly... That setting has made it better though. It's certainly not as bad as it was the other day. And it only stuttered for a split second, and then when it did, it's tempted to stabilise quite quick, whereas the other day it didn't stabilise at all. Yeah, no worries, Adam. Thanks for joining us. It's so, and Steve, so my settings, sorry, I'm just catching up on all the chat. So yeah, Steve, my settings are roughly around medium. If you skip right back to the start of the video, you can see exactly what my settings are, because someone asked me at the start what settings I use, and I went through every single one, so you can have a quick flip back to that and have a look if you want. I have changed things a little bit. I think we could fly with a lot better settings if we had a slightly better GPU. I run the 4060, but I think if I'm hoping to get a 24GB AMD graphics card is the plan, or a 20GB maybe. Maybe the 20GB might be just as beneficial, to be honest. And we'll see how things go from that. It's not been a bad flight, to be fair. It's not a stutter either. So yeah, it just depends really. It didn't seem as unstable as it did the other day. If you look at the Oslo to Edinburgh that I did the other day, if you watch the landing on that, it was horrendous. The actual landing was probably actually going to be alright. It was just the stuttering made it 100 times worse. And yeah, cheers Adam, it's a pleasure to fly with you as well, mate. Feel free to join some of the streams again. If you check out my link on YouTube, my Discord channel's on there, and so if you want to go with that and drop me a message on there, feel free. If you want to do another flight alongside each other, I'm sure we can do that. Me and Gareth do that quite regularly. Well, we've done a few flights together now, so yeah, I'm up for that. Doing a few flights together. So yeah, it's probably because you'd have had ILS 24 set, not ILS 06. Yeah, always double check that. Sometimes SimBrief as well, it doesn't always enable it properly. It just depends, to be honest. And obviously you got the 4070 Ti, so that's not bad really. 4070 Ti is pretty good. To be fair, I did notice I had a 30 series card before. I think it was the 3070 I had before. Or 3060 Super or something I had, I think, before. And I did notice a big difference between that and the 4th gen. Now we're on the 5th gen. But unfortunately, I think I want a slightly beefier card, and I think if I go with the Nvidia one, it's going to be like, well, I think they're like 1,300 quid or something stupid. It's not great. Whereas under £1,000, I could probably justify that. Certainly, it'll help with the streaming as well, with the RAM on it, the VRAM, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more stable for our landing. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining me. We are going to end the stream here. It's been a pleasure. We're just, like I say, the passengers are getting themselves off as we speak. They're not always sat in their seats at the minute, which I don't really know why. I think it's a GSX issue, to be honest. Probably need to update it. Seem to do updates on that thing every week. But yeah, so if you're wondering why the graphics look so good, so I do run add-on scenery. So we run GSX as well. GSX is pretty good. I'll have a quick look on Contrast Store for you, just so you know which... I don't think it's the only one that you can get for Edinburgh, to be fair. Let's have a look. My products. So, Edinburgh. So it's made... So, oh god. Prague Development Corporation is who makes it. I think they also make the... I'm sure it's the same company that make East Midlands as well. Where's East Midlands? Yeah, so it's the same company that make East Midlands. Really good scenery. And because I've flown quite a lot out of East Mids, it's very, very accurate. Pretty much one-to-one accuracy. But yeah, it looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? Everything looks pretty awesome here. So, thank you very much for joining us on this flight. And we will see you hopefully in another video. If you're not already subscribed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going to be doing quite a bit of content. There'll be another video on tomorrow. And then it'll probably be until the start of next week. I'm off most of next week though, so we'll get quite a few videos out next week. And a few streams. Maybe a few afternoon streams, a few evening streams. We'll mix it up a little bit. If you want to see anything specifically, please feel free to drop it in the comments or drop me a message directly on Discord. Same if you've got any questions, you can always message me on Discord or put it in the comments. I do tend to reply to them, to be fair. So yeah, thanks for watching us, and we'll see you again in another video. Bye for now.